Radio Rahim with Roy Jones Jr. You know, the Pacquiao-Mayweather rivalry will go down as one of the greatest of all time in history. And now that they are both officially retired, we get to reflect on what they brought to the sport as individuals and compare their legacies as retired fighters. My first question is, which career would you rather to have had? The way Pacquiao approached boxing, and certainly is not undefeated, or the way Floyd.
We ain't gonna do that because that's not my thing. I'm not Floyd and I'm not Pacquiao. That's not my thing. My thing is that for Pacquiao, I really hate for his sake that he didn't get to fight Floyd when he was at his peak, because I know he wanted to fight Floyd at his peak, but Floyd did different things and didn't fight him at his peak. So to talk about who career you rather have, I ain't got to get into all that. I would rather for Pacquiao, like Pacquiao, I'm sure, to have been able to fight him at his peak, because when you get to your peak, that's the time to fight the best fights in your career. So if you don't fight in your peak, then you didn't fight the best fight then. That's why when I found out that I had been denied the opportunity to fight James Toney the first time, I was like, oh no, this won't ever happen again. If I get the opportunity again, I'm fighting him because he's pound for pound number one. I'm on my way up, but I'm in my prime right now. When I'm gonna fight him when I get old? No, the time to fight him is now, while we're both in our prime. And that's what I did. So for me, it's a little bit different. Florida's a whole different animal. He's a different type of businessman. He do things another way. And that's cool. I got nothing but the most respect for how he do things. But for me, that's not how I did it. And for Pacquiao, I can't use that and say, oh, that was his biggest rival. How? That's not his biggest rival. The biggest rival would be the ones he had in his prime, when he was at his peak. So don't tell me that was his biggest rivalry. That was beyond, after he got knocked out by Marquez finally. Him and Marquez had 3 wars. You understand me? Now, after he finally get knocked out by Marquez, then he come. That's not his peak, bro. Don't say he fought him at his peak, so that's not right. So I can't compare them two things like that. Now, as you go back and look at it, you say, well, which career you want? Most people gonna want Floyd's career because Floyd made so much money, and he did it by doing things at the right time. Cool. Roy, no, that's not a career I would want. I want that one where I dominated, and I can't say I want Pacquiao either, because I want to be the dominator all of them, all the time in my prime, like I did. You understand me? So that's not fair to ask me.
Radio Rahim with Roy Jones Jr.